Welcome back to CodingCat.dev, where we give you cats the freshest dose of dev snacks. Here is Alex Patterson and Brittany Postma.
Woohoo!
I still don't know if I'm like used to the new trailer. I feel like we need like a jazzier one for just coding one. Like coding.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I should farm that out. Someone sponsor us so we can farm out a trailer.
I was trying to get a tweet out that we're live.
So the interesting thing, I think you'll have to share this link on YouTube. Or from YouTube, sorry.
I'm sorry, what?
So that's the actual link. Because
You can't do Twitch? Are we not on Twitch?
No, we're on Twitch too. You can do
Okay.
Twitch. Sorry.
Okay. I was just going to do Twitch.
I'm going to do a little Twitch
I've been doing this, like, preaching, like, go to where your community's at, and we've had more people on Twitch lately.
That's true. Our community is definitely there. Unfortunately, our subscribers are on YouTube, so I can't figure it out.
Yeah. So, but it goes to YouTube, so that we've talked about this before, that YouTube is kind of like for after the fact, like short content, but I feel like community vibes, like these live streams, are just Twitch.
I couldn't agree more. Let's drop some tags. See if the overlay is working today.
Boop, boop, boop. I gotta unlock.
It's working. That's exciting.
Cool. Oh yay!
The echo is unbearable.
So I know what you're talking about with Devril.
Hang on, we got an echo apparently.
Where's the echo? I don't hear one on either of ours. Oh, you have something in your OBS.
How about now, Anthony? I hope.
I'll shut up until it's better.
I think it was because I was recording earlier and turned my mic back on in OBS.
Is it better now?
I hope it's better.
Please be better. He probably just like pieced out.
It's
like
probably
I can't.
Just us. We're probably.
I can't take it.
Here, I'm gonna unmute Twitch and see.
Okay, is it better now? Are you still getting it?
I think.
Oh, no worries.
I
don't hear an echo. I think it's fine.
So the crazy part, like how we have our setup. I don't know if we ever described this to the people out there. So we actually
this one, yeah, I think, but go for it.
Brittany and I log in through StreamYard, but we don't go live in StreamYard. We take the StreamYard screen, pipe all the like audio and everything else, which I still want to use Ping. So someone like hook me up with Ping somehow. Anyways, so we use StreamYard, but then we duck it into OBS, and then OBS we actually stream out to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So it's a convoluted thing. It's always a challenge, especially on a Wednesday.
What makes you want to use Ping so much?
I think it's better quality. And so at the end of the day, when we flip to like sharing our code, I think you'll see it better.
Okay.
Oh, she's actually like there. Hi, Anthony's partner. Oh, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. See, I didn't even know her name.
In the room with him, I think, but not like here.
Oh,
yeah.
Can't hear
I said that because so I had this confusion. I knew his fiance's name was Jen or Jennifer, and I went on Teach Gen Tech, and I had this confusion that Junot, I don't know how to say her last name, was Anthony's fiance. So she's like, no, second person to have that happen. Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. So there's just too many Jennifers, too many Brittany's, too many. Yeah. I bet it will.
I bet it will too. Since Anthony's out there, we should bug him. How's our Solid JS course go?
Ryan had an amazing talk yesterday at BeatConf.
Carniato?
Yeah.
I missed a lot of talks yesterday. I'm still like trying to do Hacktoberfest.
I'm still missing stuff that I need to catch up on. I haven't seen Dominic's talk yet on Beat Plugins Felt, and I need to get caught up. I mean, how do you watch 12 hours of content?
You don't watch 12 hours of content.
So Mateus was like all stressing himself out, and it's a 24-hour thing. So 12 hours of live stuff and then replay. But I'm like, you got to cut this down. You got to like make this easier on yourself. I think Next.js Conf is like 5 hours. 5 to 6 might be tolerable.
Yeah.
Like
even then, like a lot of people are going to watch that later at 1.5x.
Well, exactly. And I think his thing was he wanted to make it a global experience because Vue is used all over the world. So he just wanted to make sure everybody was included, which I appreciate.
You know, doing conferences, it's stressful. It's hard work. So, Sal.js course is mostly written. You see that?
Score.
All those people. I should have put free laptop on the. Can we change like midstream on Twitch? Put our free laptop
on the title.
Yeah.
You can't on your OBS thing, right? You'd have to shut it down.
Yeah,
or does that work?
I don't know how that works. I really don't.
Is it on a server? Can you dynamically grab it and read
the title that's out there? I could, but not on Twitch. I don't.
Not the actual Twitch one.
I don't know. Anyways, code not words though. That's funny. So today we've been tossing around ideas.
We've just been changing our minds, honestly.
We have, or I have. I don't know.
All of us.
I think it's too stressful for me to code our Coding Cat site live. That's what I've come to the conclusion of. Because I'm too afraid, like keys and stuff like that. I don't want to deal with it.
Just don't open your environment.
I have this other. I have this other project that I started a while back with James Q. All about. Have you heard of this thing called blackmagic.so? I think it's .so.
Only from you, I think. I think you showed me this at one point where you can add the emoji. Is that what this is? The emoji to the... Yeah.
So let me show you what else it does. That looks pretty good. Okay, so Blackmagic. So it does a bunch of different things, but it's only for Twitter.
It sounds evil. Why is it called Blackmagic?
I know, it's a weird name. That's why I like DevRel Social. I think that's more fun. Though.
Yeah, I do.
So you see how it has these little like graphs and stuff kind of in this video that's going? That's what I get every week. And I can view it live too while I'm on Twitch, or Twitter. So I can see like what stats are doing good, what posts are doing good, what do we need to work on.
Is this the thing that gives you the extension that pops out that tells you like what you should tweet, when you should tweet, and all that? Yeah, I had this for a while.
So here is my Twitter if I pop it out. So here's the popped in.
You got some Swix on there as your favorite people. Mishko.
I guess. I don't even know
Tyler.
how they became favorites.
Me, Jay, Steve.
Good people though, right?
John Myers, yeah. All the people.
You know, I'm noticing we're still in tiny screen mode. Let me bump this up. Boop.
What did you just do? Oh, I see. Never mind.
It's all good. So I kind of want to build this thing, but I want to start.
Anthony's offended by not being.
Oh, geez, we'll go at him right now. Like I said, I don't even know how to add people to. Let's see, favorite. There. No more offense. I don't even know where I see that now. Oh, there. See.
Yep. Now he's there.
It didn't. It's got your old icon though. That's no fun. Okay, so they also have this other thing, and this was the part that James and I were working on, and it's called the real-time banner. So for my real-time banner on my profile, this is kind of like the setup of the template of stuff that you get, and that's what I started working on for our app. But I'm thinking like all the DevRel fun stuff we could add to this that you usually have to do.
DevRel fun stuff. What? Like what?
I don't know. What DevRel, I mean, fun stuff.
What is dynamic about this? What?
So, okay, send me a tweet.
With an emoji in it?
With an emoji in it.
Okay. So anything, if you because I think before you had to reply to you, it was specific or something.
Maybe it's a reply. Just
I'm going to try it.
Put a comment on our win a Chromebook. See, this is what we need to tell people about.
Yeah. Okay. So
did you see I updated the giveaway? I thought the 100 was it was too specific. So
I did not see that.
Now anyone that registers fully, paid membership, so $1 literally, is entered to win a Chromebook.
Okay. So it's not going to be the 100th person. It's going to be anybody
that registers.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Oh boy. Anthony wants the poop emoji. Let me know when you do it. I'll force refresh it.
I'm trying. The confetti emoji is not very good though. I don't like it, but okay, it's done.
Okay, so I'll force refresh this clear cache. I think it'll automatically do it if I go over here.
I just had the same ad on mine.
Is that bottom one right there that you added? The little
yes
thing? Yeah, so there you go.
Nice. Okay, so let me see the code of this. What do we have? What are we working with?
Yeah, you're not gonna like it. I can tell you right now, but I'm gonna show it to you.
Yeah. Just straight out of the gate, I'm not gonna like it.
I'm trying to decide. I should probably share my 4K.
I don't know why I'm not gonna like it. Is React like Anthony got my React?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm not gonna like
it. Immediate reaction.
So when I was on Teach Gen Tech, she tells me the first thing that she built was Anthony came on and had her build a React web app. And I'm just like, why did you do that to her? Why?
Why not?
Because she doesn't know a lot of JavaScript yet. Don't teach her React.
That was Jen?
Yeah. Who we're gonna have Jen on, by the way. Right? Yeah. Tomorrow?
She's probably
Friday.
She's probably even on our schedule out in Coding Cat.
Friday, right? Mm-hmm. Don't get mad at people for teaching beginners useful skills. We'll argue that useful is different.
I think she is arguing. Let's see here. Why is Jen not on our stream schedule? First of all,
is it because you made a special Calendly?
Let's see.
Tell me your thoughts on.
I think that's why she's right here. That's why we gotta make sure that works.
Oh, because we don't have a title. That's why, right?
Yes. So what were we gonna title that thing? We'll do this offline. I feel like I've really skewed this live coding event.
I don't know what it is, but we just need a title. That's why it's not.
I was just bummed you brought up Jen. I was gonna be like, she's coming on.
Yeah, I know. He said it's useful for people who want jobs. So someone at Svelte Summit.
Jobs are good, don't you think?
Jobs are good. We had a Svelte Sirens luncheon, and we had a few people there that were just chatting. And at some point, someone said that there's actually more JavaScript jobs than React jobs. So if you take it as just learning vanilla JavaScript, maybe something like Svelte is actually more useful because you learn the niceties of the framework while learning vanilla JavaScript. So
I think
that's what I want to like. I actually want real data on that. I want to know if there are more JavaScript jobs than React jobs, probably, but some of that is Node. Some of that is like other stuff. You don't buy that. All of your real world experiences that way more companies are hiring.
I would agree with Anthony to a degree. But I would say there's more React jobs posted and hiring. However, if you know JavaScript and you're good, I think they will hire you. So
yeah. Even if you don't know React. I feel like once you know a framework and the fundamentals of JavaScript, you can learn other frameworks.
Bingo. Oops. Totally didn't mean that. There we go. Okay. So this is as far as I've got. And I hope this works because last time James and I did live on this, it was a mess and didn't work at all.
Oh, no.
And actually, now that I'm saying that, I think I might have deleted the instance. So we might learn some AppWrite today too.
Oh, okay. So it's in AppWrite. That's the backend, obviously.
So the backend is AppWrite.
So what else do we have going on here? Is it?
Oh my gosh!
Are they server-side rendered routes that are doing this? Why are you showing your environment variables?
I don't know.
You need to get the extension that just automatically hides them, even if you accidentally open it.
I do. So yeah, you remember how we used to have hosted.codingcat.dev for an AppWrite instance?
No.
I took it down because Linode was getting a little expensive. So what we're gonna do is not delete that, not delete that.
Oh crap. Jeez. I can't delete. I gotta stop typing in StreamYard. I'm sorry.
So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you. I have okay. So
can
here's
we
my
live
Docker
share so I can see something on my screen too?
Yes.
That's why
once we get to the code, I will.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll start it now and then we'll get to the code.
I'm just trying to make StreamYard big enough and it's covering up Twitch and I'm getting lost.
Frustrations. Yeah, where was I going with that? Yeah, so AppWrite, we have in Docker, I'm running it locally. So if I take a look over here, here's my AppWrite main container. I don't even know if that's the right word. With 21 containers running. So all kinds of stuff in here. What we're going to do is create a new project locally, and we could always move it later. So I'm going to go like this and go local host, not 3000, local host. And here's all my projects that I have locally. We're going to create a new one. And this part, I might need to check. Did I share the wrong window with you?
I don't think so.
I totally did because I moved the environment variable thing. Sorry. I'm going to try that again, Brett.
I was in there, but oh yeah, there was nothing in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying again. Fail to retrieve config tasks. I don't know what that's all about.
Sometimes those VS Code things, I did that one in the browser, but I think this one, if it gives me a choice, it didn't give me a choice that time. Great. I don't have anything in this one either.
Share server, share. It should all be shared. Can I stop and try again?
I don't know. I have nothing in my files. I can't see anything. It says joining collaboration session. There it goes. Now it's up.
Oh, yeah.
Just failed or something.
Weird. Okay. So I haven't run the AppWrite CLI in a while, so this might be a good session here. So let me make that bigger. AppWrite. That was weird. The web DevRel social. All right. Yeah, see, I don't have it installed. So we're going to do this the hard way. All right. So we're going to do this through this console, as we call this. So this is our front end to all of the back end as a service type stuff we have. I'm going to create a project. I'm going to copy what we used to have on our old one. So DevRel social. DevRel social.
Aren't you excited for cloud on AppWrite?
I am so excited for cloud. I can't wait.
I just got the email for Spectrum's new name.
Yeah. Core. I told you about that earlier.
Yeah, I know. I just saw the email notification pop up.
Oh,
so we actually saw each other in person for lunch today, and we were
I'm
talking
realizing
about something local.
We might have the same problem here. So I'm going to try this and we'll see how far we get.
What's the same problem? What problem did you have before?
When James and I were doing it before, I like messed all of the Twitter authentication authorization stuff up because, again, exposed some keys, so I had to change it all. So what we have currently in this repo is authentication using Auth0.
Okay.
So
Because James used to work there.
yeah, I thought honestly, here's what I thought. I thought I could use Twitter authentication and still get all the access to Twitter APIs when that is
No,
actually I
they're
need
separate.
authorization API or token for that. So
Yeah.
kind of messed that up. Did you get the follow up on the Glassdoor thing here?
Yeah, I see.
That's true. Lots of JS jobs. Okay. So here's our new project. Here's authentication. This used to be called like users or something. So happy that it's authentication again. So we're going to go into settings. And what we could do, I know you don't like these, but we could switch this over to a magic URL.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're fine. It's kind of a pain to switch out of the UI.
Otherwise, I have to go into Auth0 and set some stuff up, which is fine.
What part of this needs to authenticate a user to add something? Like they need to authenticate themselves?
Yeah, so you'll need to authenticate into our application so that we can store some of your keys and things. So like I can update my profile picture, for instance, on Twitter. Does that make sense?
Where would you update your profile picture? Is there a dashboard of some sort?
So like this one, like this.
Yeah.
That's what our app is currently doing.
Your cover photo.
And in order to do that, we need to have access to update the person who's logged in.
That's the authentication piece you mean.
Right.
Okay.
So we have to authorize that API to update that.
Got it.
Cool.
It's raining here again.
Yeah. Oh, should I shut my window? I don't know.
It's probably not raining at your house yet, but it is in Holland.
We'll get it 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go down the Auth0 road. Have you done anything in Auth0?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to log into Auth0. I'm guessing it's Google. It's been a minute.
This was the same thing I was complaining with earlier. It's like it's nice to have different authentication methods, but they can't talk to each other. So you are always guessing at which account it's going to be.
For me, it's either GitHub or Google. That's it. It's tough, though. All right. So I'm going to just go like this again, just so I can copy these things down.
That's nice that Redwood has a plugin. I really like things with CLIs that have nice things that you can just add in. Is it a part of this
plugin
for Auth0?
Is it just like the backend like this, or does it do like a whole setup for you?
Yeah, Redwood generates a lot of the setup for a lot of things.
I gotta find the domain. Here it is. Okay.
I bet the plugin like generates a lot of the code that you need.
I'm somewhat worried that we don't have localhost in the... Nope, I think we're good.
I'm really very intrigued by Redwood, and I know you've done a Svelte version, Anthony. I need it to be kind of out of the box, I guess.
Yeah, I think... Oh, I need my AppRate key secret. So in order to make that, we'll go down to API keys. We'll add a new one.
Have you ever tried Redwood?
I have. It's been a while, though. I really enjoyed it because you know exactly kind of what you're getting into and what to do. So
yeah,
made it really nice. We have some talks on Redwood on Coding Cat. If you search for Redwood, you can find it. Some pretty good ones.
I thought that you would really like it because it generates like GraphQL. It's got everything that you like, React and GraphQL. And
remember that billionaire we talked to?
Yeah. I went to the Redwood contributor or maintainer call last week, And Joe walked in. I was like, I was on the call with a billionaire again.
Okay, I think I think we're gonna have to redo our Twitter API keys, but that's okay. I think
till you try to deploy it to 7 different providers with 10 different auth wrappers. That's a little complicated.
All right, I'm gonna click the button. No promises here. Actually, I need to reload Next.js because that won't work. Okay. Now I'm gonna click the login button, see what happens.
Oh. We can't see your screen.
Yeah. Oh, good. So I didn't expose all our Twitter keys.
Oh, great. That's good.
There.
404.
So far, it is failing.
I don't like that 404 page.
I know you're a newer developer. How much do you dive in to like network calls and stuff to figure stuff out?
Never.
You never, because you're mainly like front end, right?
Mostly, yeah.
Well, now you're like mainly DevRel, so that's a whole.
I mean, I still like people will ask me to go into the network tab. I'm like, okay, what do I click? Because after network, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
So I see success.
I'm gonna hide our faces.
Failure is localhost. I think our DevRel social should be fine. Let's go back.
I don't know what's happening.
Settings, DevRel social. API endpoint is localhost.
Yeah, Anthony, I use it to find if like something isn't working. And then I'm like, oh, network tab, is it 404ing or is it doing something wrong? And then that's all I do. I don't dive in. And I don't do a lot of debugging either in the browser or in VS Code, which is probably something I should get better at. Console log is my debugger.
I see what I did already. Okay. So it's localhost for AppWrite, not localhost 3000. Let's try this again.
Why is this so complicated?
It's because I am mentally complicated. It's just me. It's because we're going through a loop. So anytime you add auth providers, you always have to set these up in like multiple places.
Yeah, because you're doing 2 services.
Yeah. So now I think this should work. I'm going to go back to localhost 3000. I'm going to click login again. So I'll tell you how this works too. I'll show it all to you. Okay, so this one is totally different, which is interesting. So this is actually on Auth0's side.
That's Coding Cat Dev too. Are you doing Coding Cat Dev instead of Coder Cat Dev?
I don't know. It's just our domain up there on Auth0.
Oh.
So it's saying we have an invalid callback.
Codcat Dev? That just doesn't sound right.
So this is the domain. So first things first, let's make sure codingcatdev.us.auth0.com. Okay, I think that's okay. The callback URL, let's find that. Allowed callback URLs. I feel like
make a haiku.
You know, is it 7557? Is that a haiku?
A haiku is 575?
575? See, I can never remember. I put a Hacktoberfest haiku in somewhere. QWER, what?
A 3-line poem with 17 syllables written in a 575 syllable count.
575, okay. It's close. Oh, let's see here. Hosted, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I think this is maybe the problem. In our AppWrite console in authentication, when we go to settings in Auth0, this is our domain. This is our callback. So I'm going to put that callback in and cross my fingers and hope it works. Because I think that's right.
This is the problem too with working with multiple services, and they all do things a little bit differently, and trying to find like some standardization between these of how you authenticate. Just tell me what I need to do.
I think this is all good too. Okay, let's try this and see. Hey, we got further.
Oh, there's a screen.
So I'm gonna continue. Okay, so you'll notice. Let me just show this now. There's one more failure point that could occur. We'll see if we get past it.
What will I notice?
So no users in our backend. When I log in, this should come all the way back to our app.
Are you using Google or Twitter? Google.
I'm gonna use Google this time. We'll see.
You can authenticate with your donut.
See that? Alex Patterson.
Okay, and now you should have a user in your backend. Refresh.
I don't like that. We should put more reactivity. They're working on the console update. Maybe they'll have that. So, ta-da!
Ta-da! Netlify's dashboard also does not do that, and that's probably so you don't have more client-side JavaScript.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't.
Yeah, it's worth it though. I mean, right?
I guess. Do you?
I can authenticate. What's he talking about with the donut? That must be a web.
I don't know.
That's a Web3 thing, right?
Very.
Since you can
His
get
NFT.
my server, I think, can you do the same on your side? Can you go to local 3000?
I can try to. $3,000. It's spinning. It's not going. Unable to connect. So I can't access your server. Why?
Maybe I'm not sharing it.
Oh, that's interesting. I clicked control click because it's in the browser and it popped up the simple browser that
click this share server.
Still didn't work.
3000. Already being shared.
Yeah, it's not working.
No worries. I just was gonna be like, yeah, you can authenticate too. But anyways. Okay, so that was the very basic. We just got into AppWrite. Oh, now you're creating files out here.
No, the whole file just disappeared on my end. I didn't do anything. I did not touch that.
I don't know. Ghosts.
Those Britneys out there.
So now, for those who don't know next, we probably should talk about it for a second at least. So what I've done is created a layout component. And that is all of this kind of header, this footer that does nothing. So that's our layout. And then in the middle of it, we have welcome to DevRel Social. And then in Twitter is where I'm going to go next. This should say, perfect. It should say add Twitter access. You'll notice, Brittany, I'm using, I'm already forgetting the name of it. It's the Tailwind layout stuff. What is it called? Daisy UI.
Oh, Daisy UI. Okay, yeah.
It's been helpful just to like quickly throw this together. It's been great. Okay, so I see on my server side we're getting a 404. It looks like. Oops. So I'm thinking that we'll need a database to do the rest of this.
Don't you have a database?
So I've currently on AppWrite stood up just a project with authentication, and now we need to create a database.
Okay, so that's not automatic. The users in the authentication are a separate database of users? What is that?
Say that again?
So when you went to authentication, you had your users basically stored in a database.
Yeah, so they're in their own like authentication mechanism, not a database that we own per se.
Yeah, okay.
It's just kind of separated out. So now when we want to create a database, we actually just redid when we went to version 1.0, which is why I'm kind of glad we're doing this. So some of these calls will probably be broken. So I'm going to go to this AppWrite.database and look at project key. Yeah, this. Actually, I think so far that should work. I'm just wondering where the heck this gets used.
Can you do a find?
So Twitter.server. Okay. So this is where we're using this to update some things. I think this will break because now you used to only have to put collections in, and now we have to put databases too. So
what is that?
I'm going to update both.
What is twitter.server.ts in next?
That's probably just
is that your naming convention?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so I can remember really
because SvelteKit has to have the .server to run on the server now for an endpoint file. So I was like, is that like yeah.
Yeah. So these do run on the server side.
But you choose to do that. You could run these statically, but why would you do that?
So this part here, it's called through APIs actually, and that's why I wanted to make sure I understood it was on the server. So we'll get into this, but here's the different Twitter APIs that we have too. So we'll get there. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay, so upset. For some of those folks out there, if you are maybe not new, but you haven't used npm commands a lot, if you do npm outdated, we can find out how bad I've been doing with the outdatedness.
I didn't know that was a command.
There you go. See? So we actually for sure want to update AppWrite and Node AppWrite for now. So I'm going to do npm install AppWrite at latest and Node AppWrite at latest.
Are both of those dependencies? They don't need, like, Node couldn't be a dev dependency?
No, there are dependencies.
Actual dependencies?
Yeah, yep.
Because Node doesn't run in the browser, so Node made me think that it would run on the server, which meant that you could do it as a dev dependency.
I think technically you probably could because the package will hold it up there, but it is a dependency on the API.
Oh, the other one. Okay, so
I would still put it as a dependency just to be safe. So yeah, now we have our updates. Now we can create these databases. So I think I did hard code like this, which is probably not good, but for now it'll work. So we're going to create our first database, and that's going to be called DevRel Social Main. I don't know why I named it DevRel Social Main, but
can you use things like Prisma with AppWrite?
So I think you could. Anthony might even know. If you're bored, Anthony, feel free. You can hop on with us. I think you could. I think you would have to essentially write a plugin that would work for it, though. Nope, it's not possible.
Just saw nope. Oh, it's not possible to use Prisma. I thought you were saying nope. I'm not getting.
I don't see why it would be though. That's why I have. Okay.
You have a Discord channel for what? And nothing. Let me find the issue for Prisma and AppWrite specifically, or for Prisma and. That's interesting.
So it looks like our first update that we have to do is on this databases because we no longer just name one database, which makes sense because now we can have, in the future, what we'll be able to do in a single project, we'll be able to have a Mongo database, a Postgres database, a MariaDB database, like you name the database. The idea is we can have multiple.
Why would you want to have multiple?
You might want to do something like real time on a document based one, so like Mongo or like Firestore-ish thing. That
for one thing, and then
that could be like IoT, and it's getting slammed.
So you could do that for one thing, and can you have the databases talk to each other?
They wouldn't necessarily talk to each other.
You would just have to.
I'm not gonna say never. Like that could be a thing where you're taking like stored procedures and stuff and running it. But ideally right now, what you would do is you would write a cloud function or a function that would take events and it would do all the handling between the two.
Gotcha.
So I think our updates are going to need to be anywhere where we used to just have a collection out here. We now need to specify the database ID, the collection ID, and the document ID.
This is where I was saying something like Prisma would be really nice.
Yeah, it's at least we have like the typing so we know it's wrong. But I totally agree. Oops, I meant to copy that.
I was using the K-pop stack, which is Remix, and they integrate with Supabase by default. And then
I'm making a pop stack for AppWrite.
Oh, nice. A pop stack. I like it.
I have a name for it, but I'm not gonna talk about it just yet.
Okay. And then they give you a NoSQL, I don't remember, or maybe it's SQLite database out of the box.
I believe Postgres is all under Supabase. That's it.
No, but I think Remix has a SQLite thing in their tutorial. So then I was using Supabase and the SQLite with the same Prisma code. It was working with both databases.
That's awesome. Collection ID queries have kind of changed, so I don't know what the one was. Maybe that was a limiter before.
Probably. Don't ruin my buzz. It's he's giving me a buzzkill. That's just Prisma.
What's this GitHub issue he's referencing?
The Prisma ORM like issue with AppWrite, and Brandon has already commented on it. Is he officially left now?
Yep, Brandon is working at BDoughy. What is BDoughy's thing called? Open Sourced? Is that it?
Yeah.
Open Sourced, yeah. So Brandon is over there, but still love Brandon.
Hey, B-Rob.
Talk to him anytime. Hope you're out there somewhere. Hey, B-Rob. B-Rob's at a new place. Did you know that?
We just found this out with Dom the other day.
I hope I'm not like spoiling things. Oops.
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna think that is everything. I think.
What am I doing here?
No. We're getting to that.
Okay.
You're asking all the valid questions.
Okay. I've been standing here for 45 minutes doing absolutely nothing.
I apologize this took so long. Look, you're even co-authoring. Didn't you know that?
Just by being in
by hanging out, you get to be
okay. Nice.
Okay. So I think we have all these bits and pieces, and we're back to like an established state. So let's try running the dev server again. Now, what I'd like to talk about is if we really like want to do this every week and keep rolling with the DevRel social idea, you're probably going to want it in Svelte, I would assume.
I'm going to want to end something not next.
Yeah. I don't know why the anger, but
I would use Remix.
Oh, we could do Remix. I like Remix.
Okay.
You'll have to remind me
Next
how you
is
do
not my thing.
APIs, well, it's all server based, right?
It's all server side rendered.
So should be pretty straightforward.
I think this would work well for Remix. Yeah. That's why I suggested it.
Yeah, I like it. AGC Web Dev. What is that? That used to be like my handle, not Anthony's. Just kidding.
All right. The doppelganger thing with the Mike and Dom.
Here's like the final piece, and this is what threw me off last time. I don't know why that. Am I not logged in anymore now?
I don't know what's going on. Something broke again. No.
Why? It's letting me in.
And
I think I am logged in. I think something.
Oh, is Create T3 app like a next app with Web3 on top of it?
I don't know.
What is that nonsense?
Let's Google that since they're talking about it. I'm awfully curious.
No, you fix your app. I'm making small chat while you fix your app.
I do need 1 minute. I got to slam my window shut.
Okay. 10 minutes later, the rain has hit Alex's house.
At least it's a little cooler in here. All right. I don't know why my login's not working, so I might have to investigate that.
This has nothing to do with Web3. Oh, it's TRPC. Okay.
Oh, TRPC. Yeah, I need to get into that.
Rain near Detroit in 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, you can expect
Yeah,
rain
if you don't
in
all
about
know,
2 hours.
should we do that? The hand thing? It's weird.
I don't know which way it goes because I didn't grow up here, so I don't know. I live on the lake, which is like, oh no, this way. I'm here.
Yeah.
Alex is like here, and Brian is somewhere over here.
Yeah, a little further. Yeah. So we're all Michigan peeps. It's great. I'm doing something really wrong with the application state here. So just
hey, Natia.
I have a feeling it's because that was upgraded too. So give me 1 second to check the components up here. Footer layout. Where is this thing? I wrote this so long ago.
Like the thumb joint.
I don't know what a DRS account is, but we're gonna find out.
Oh,
I was probably
in your code.
I was probably really clever with that naming at one point. I'm like, this totally makes sense.
And now you have no idea what it means.
Yeah,
that sounds like
the DRS account.
You're destructuring it from something.
Oh yeah, we should probably talk through this, right? Like,
so there's UseApp, right, which is a hook that you're destructuring user and DRS account from.
And this is my own hooks repository, but I desperately want to make a React, like reactive hooks library for AppWrite, but I don't know if I'll get to it. There's a lot of other stuff to get done.
So
we have some setting of use. Oh, we're getting there.
All the use effects. This is why I don't like Next.js.
Definitely can go away.
All of this can go away. all of this.
We definitely need sessions somewhere.
Hey, there's Brandon.
Hey, we're just talking about you.
I'm going to give you a Roll Tide for Saturday, by the way, because that's me.
I wish you guys go
our teams are playing each other on Saturday, apparently, because I found out he's a Tennessee fan.
Oh, Brandon is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Even the Michigan fans' face.
Oh, yeah. What are they, the volunteers? What are they volunteering for?
I have an I Hate Orange shirt.
Sorry, Brandon. I had to do it.
Especially on the 3rd Saturday in October.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, Brian, I definitely feel that pain with use effects. It is not my fan.
Apparently we took models away. So I don't know what that's going to be, but we'll figure it out.
Give us the story, because I don't even know. I grew up in the South. I grew up in Georgia, and I don't know why they're the Vols.
Yeah, be volunteers. Go Vols. It's so weird. Then again, we don't have a mascot, and I think they do, so.
You're the Wolverines?
We're the Wolverines, but there's not like a Wooly the Wolverine mascot.
Oh, yeah.
Even though there is.
At least we have an elephant. We're Big Al.
Exactly. See, you guys have that. I really wish we did.
I don't know why they don't just make a Wolverine mascot. Oh, Tennessee's the volunteer state. That is right. Yeah,
I'm curious what we updated this to. We have delete sessions. Oh my gosh, we have all kinds of session. And what was it before? Get sessions?
I missed that part. I was talking football. Got distracted.
Oh, you know what? I think most of our get stuff changed to list. Yeah, list session. Whew, dodged a bullet there. They're not gonna fire me yet. I think maybe that.
Why would they change the API from get? It updated automatically.
Putting like here. Yeah. Okay. Now we're back in decent shape, even though TypeScript doesn't like me.
This is the kind of stuff that only AppWrite DevRails will be able to work with.
Oh no, who said that?
Anthony. It sounded kind of harsh.
Our documentation team works hard on this stuff. I really do wish.
You haven't looked at the docs, though. This is your code that you're But the API did change, right? Because you changed it from Git to list. So that's the AppWrite API. Why did they change it from Git to list?
There was a couple different things, and actually Brandon's out here. We should like have the master tell us, but there's a couple things that updated when we went full version 1, and they really wanted to put lists instead of like Git sessions, like multiples all became list. And then for the databases and things, because we went to multiple databases, that got changed. So by no means will this API stay the way it is today even, but like this version is pretty solid to stay on for a while. Wow.
What did it generate any of
that on screen? Because I don't, what does this is crazy.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, I guess your football team could request that too and have a better football team. Oh,
I'm not going to say they're good this year. They're better than they have been in previous years.
I know we're overranked. So
I'm scared. I'm scared about Saturday. They're ranked 6th now.
Who is?
Tennessee, and Alabama dropped to 3rd.
Okay. I was like, I thought you were talking about us. I'm like, I think we're still 4th, aren't we?
No, Michigan is still 4th, but they should not be either.
They shouldn't be 4th. Alabama almost lost, though. We're totally like, we should have named this the football podcast.
It could be. Sorry for everyone sticking around for the actual code.
I'm kind of curious what user is that. So we're using this.
Because you're managing your all state by passing it around use effects, and devs already find use effects confusing, so it seems like a risky thing to do. I don't like anything about use effects, so I would agree.
Preferences.
So you're passing authentication around client-side state. Is that essentially why they're being passed in use effects? Is that?
Sorry, what is the concern? Is this
it?
Yeah. Okay. Because you're managing your auth state by passing around use effects, and devs already find use effects confusing, so it seems like a risky thing to do. Yeah. So if you know a better way, because I still
he said context. So context is useful. So using context API with React.
That's fair.
Context and providers.
I was actually just in our newsletter. Does everybody know about our newsletter yet? It's probably the first time anyone's hearing this. In our coding treats newsletter.
I didn't even know that domain existed.
Oh yeah, I own all kinds of domains. It's supposed to drop in 4 minutes. Maybe I'll just log in and show you a sneak peek. Apparently,
I feel like you're doing a good job of taking the good parts of like bytes from UI.dev, and
I have like all the newsletters and like stuff we're doing and like all that stuff, and that's why I always want you to look at it, because you probably follow more like designery stuff.
Oh, I don't anymore.
Great meal, by the way. Make sure you go to Tupelo Honey downtown.
I had never heard of that place.
It's really good.
I added that Brittany's Bites section at the end.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, up right above that.
Now you're gonna have to put a bite in every week, though.
That's fine.
That's good. Thanks. Why I opened this? So they killed use event. That's why I opened this, and I think there's some cool like hacks with this React with stable that I think we could also use. So just throwing it out there. I don't know if Anthony, if you've read it yet.
React with stable? What does that mean?
Yeah. Hang on, can I preview? Show online preview. There we go. I really don't like using review, but it is what it is.
Here's the link.
I'll put that out there for folks. There you go.
It's still got
give that a read.
And it's called use event instead of use
different
effect.
Yeah, different. This is a different
that doesn't make it better.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It doesn't make it better.
It's being reworked. I think that
there's still some client-side state on a server-side rendered page. Why? This is what Remix solves. Remix. So the reason I liked React and Remix is because it takes away a lot of the client-side state. You don't necessarily need a lot of client-side state when you're getting all of your state from the server. So why are we creating use states, creating use effects when we don't need to? Why aren't we just getting it from the server?
The re-render issue with React, right?
But Remix doesn't have that.
Right. No, I'm saying like you'll still need state on the client side in Remix.
Just rarely. You don't. I've never used one.
You'll need it. Trust me.
At some point you will need it.
I mean, even to do like a subscription to a database where it's pulling something, what are you going to do with that? You got to have state somewhere.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But we were connecting to databases. We had users. We had everything coming in dynamically, and there was no use states anywhere in the app.
Was that the one with Kent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to take a closer look at that one. Again, I don't know React. I will say that.
Remix. React.
I definitely don't know Remix, but I don't know React.
Oh, okay.
I can write our entire site, and I still don't know React. Okay. So, Brett, I think I finally made it to the point where the next thing might break on us. Are you ready?
The next thing. Okay.
Yes.
We've broken 2-3 things. I don't know.
So the logic flow right now, we've created this application. We've added in our AppWrite instance, we've added authentication. We're now authenticated, even though it's through Auth0 back to AppWrite, which makes things a little confusing for folks at home. We can talk about it later, or maybe I'll put it in the blog or something. Now, in order to store the key for my Twitter account, and don't yell at me, folks out there, I'm going to redo this part because it's not like hashed and super secure yet. Just, I'm working on it. When you click this add Twitter access, what it does is breaks completely.
You added your database to an AppWrite. That was the other thing you did.
Yeah. Good point.
Created it.
We created a database as well. So this one.
So what just broke? Your Twitter authentication just broke?
Yeah, and it might be the reason why.
The newsletter just dropped.
Oh, did it? There you go. See? Hot take. What's this complaining about? Error occurred while getting access token. 401 errors could not authenticate you.
What is 401? That's good trivia.
401 is on or not authenticate, bad authentication.
Authorization required error.
That's the one. Unauthorized. That's a much better term. Thank you, Anthony.
I thought I
words are hard.
Heard kids screaming. My kids should not be home.
How are we doing on our 90 minutes?
We have
an hour in.
29 more.
I feel like I'm missing something. No, I'm doing all right. Okay. So let's take a look at this API because this was the most challenging part of this whole thing. And I have a feeling I know why this is erroring, but not completely. So in this is probably like the first code we're really going to dive into. That's fun. So in this, these API routes. So under API, let me shrink this up for folks at home.
Okay.
So API, all our APIs on Next, which, as you know, Brittany, creates a Lambda behind the scenes, essentially on AWS. All of these things have a route per. And so the first one we're hitting is this index one when we need to go out to Twitter and access things. So I'm going to click this. I think this is still working. Let me check the network again.
This is similar to Remix. What is similar to Remix? What he's doing right now? The API routes?
Yeah, this would be. You can do API routes, no problem.
But routes are like it says right there, routes are their own API. So you have a loader function in Remix that loads the data for the route you're on. Yep.
It's very similar. So the same thing. These are your request in and out. Those right there. This could get interesting because it's been a minute since I worked on this. API Twitter V1. I think account work. Oh, you know what? I think I already know. Let me refresh this once. I think we are not updating the database correctly.
So the API endpoints in Next, Anthony just triggered something in my brain. So you have get server-side props. Does that hit those API endpoint routes, or do they pass data to the route somehow?
Sorry, can you ask that one more time?
So get server-side props, does that somehow get the data from the same name API endpoint, or does it pass that data automatically, or do you have to fetch it or get it somehow?
So this request going in right here, where is it? Not JWT.
And I don't mean in there. I mean like in
I want to explain like the full how it works.
I guess we should hide our faces so people can see.
Oh, my bad. Is that big enough?
Yeah, hopefully. It's good.
So what I'm doing when I click that button, it's going to our API/Twitter. And then it's got a normal HTTP call. And so when you see it over here,
so
that's the request.
Next does that by having API actually be a route, and then it generates new routes that are API endpoints underneath that directory. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't remember how Next did APIs. I knew it had an API folder, but I didn't know if it took that out and directly loaded it into the route or something, but it doesn't.
So I'm going to do something really bad again because I don't want to take the time to figure it out at this moment. We're going to give this any collect.
That's a little different than how SvelteKit does them too.
Oh, cool. So it's something we can look at and figure out too. At this point, I'm going to go back and hope and keep my fingers crossed. I'm going to clean this off.
Do something bad right now is the story of my life. And then never go back and fix it.
Yeah. Oof. You're giving me the chills already. I just want to call out, folks, this is on my local host, so hopefully there's some security here. Okay. I'm clicking on add Twitter access, and I'm praying this works this time, and it doesn't. So what this is supposed to do is go all the way to Twitter and bring up a pop-up that says, do you authorize this application to do this thing? So I'm wondering if this error is actually coming from there. It must be, because here's the error. Parsing token. Interesting. I have no idea where that is. There it is.
Don't use a bit.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yep, we were just talking about that earlier today too. I used to use Graph CMS on the Siren site, and then I realized that I really don't.
Where is this error coming from?
Are you frozen?
Can you see me?
Yeah, our Twitch stream just like spun for a second, and I didn't know if you could hear me.
Sorry. Yeah. I am definitely pushing a lot of in and out video stuff right now. Hopefully the fiber keeps up. I don't know what this might be.
I have the old Graph CMS logo. Is it the same logo? It's the Graph CMS Love Svelte sticker.
I have Twitter social API keys. Those should work.
Hi, Graph. I need to look up the logo now. Oh, I hate the CMS space. If you Google search a CMS, somebody has always promoted a different CMS up, and they're talking about the CMS that you Googled so that they get more SEO juice. And so I searched HighGraph, but .cms was the first one. It says HighGraph, try it for free, but it's .cms. That's shady.
Do you want to show that? That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Hang on. Share, present. I forget that it's present now. It's so weird.
I 100%. I also agree with so let's put this in context. So Brian's at HighGraph, enjoying the product, new head of DevRel.
And I clicked it because
you totally deserve it, because that's true.
Yes, you totally do deserve it. But yeah.
So that's the ad, and that's not the correct one?
That's .cms, and HighGraph, formerly Graph CMS, is here.
Oh, yeah, they're just trying to grab that, paying the Google dollars to get to the top.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it is very similar. It's actually a uppercase G instead of a lowercase G now.
Oh, nice. Looks like Brian's got a asset pack for you.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, I can figure out sharing. Here.
So I think maybe the way we do this parsing is changed. Let me take a look here. Oh, this is frustrating.
Let's see. I won't talk about that one, Anthony. I've seen that pain.
So get user ID from JWT. We should be sending the JWT in the request, which I think we are, because it's got all this in there. Whoa, all that in there. Where's this coming into play? Request failed, and it didn't redirect. If anyone can hear me still, I think I lost Brittany. Whoa, she's gone forever. It's really lonely out here when Brittany like falls off like that. I don't like it. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Still have coding cap. Whew. Dodged a bullet there. I feel like I'm like large and in charge now. It's kind of weird. Anybody want to drop some tags on me? Okay. I think I'm getting to our bug, and I still think it's related to this database issue right here. Because this now is database ID is DevRel social main. So I'm going to go check this. I think I heard a boop. She's back.
Super fun.
So I'm just checking one more spot I'm hoping has there. So we have DevRel social main that has users settings. I added like anything. You can do anything.
Should you be sharing code right now?
I sure should.
This is what I'm here for. Like,
oh, Brian's trying to boop. He doesn't know about tags. We better tag him.
We can
drop some tags.
Well, this is a Jay Lingstorf boop.
Which, by the way, all of our stuff runs off of. Thank you, Jason, once again. I'm thinking this is not.
You did say I heard a boop.
I said boop? I saw a boop. I saw Brian put a boop.
You heard a boop. What is the name of the Twitch emote?
For us?
Yeah.
If you do colon and then CO, I think it starts at colon C.
It's not populating.
Oh
my gosh. My internet is just being so bad.
So it starts with coding, and then it's got this dumb like 41 AJ, because that's how Twitch does it until you get like higher level, I guess.
That doesn't work for me. Why is it not working? Oh, that was a spinning one.
I actually don't see them dropping anymore, though. That's like, oh.
I just saw one.
I just saw one, too. Oh, he put spinny ones. That's why. The spinners don't drop. Sorry.
It's not working. Like, it's not populating it for me, and I have it.
Boop.
Why?
It'll say boop, even though I try to call those tags. Anyways, okay. Debugging. I think this is the problem, except I don't know where we're writing this. So there must be a update document right here. This is the part that's broken for us, Britt.
Get OAuth request token. I don't know what's happening there.
So these database ID.
We need a dumpster on fire to move around the screen.
I thought we were going to do a cat.
Yeah. Not a cat on fire, I hope.
Oof, no, hopefully not. I'm going to put a console log in here because I can never get Next to actually debug the way I want it to. So I'm going to put Brittany first. JWT.
Something that I like to do is wrap it in curlies to give it an object so it names it.
Ooh.
Have you never done that?
The variable itself?
Yeah.
I should do that. It's funny because it seems like
cat with superpowers of fire control.
So it hit the Twitter endpoint, and then that forwards to /API/Twitter v1 verify credentials, which should
get
into here.
Is that ... means that it keeps going, or does it just end and is not getting something?
It compiled that so like we can then run it. Hey, here's the error I've been looking for. Document with a requested ID could not be found, which again tells me it's not waiting for that write to finish.
I'm glad it tells you that.
I don't know if that's even correct, but it feels like it.
Document with a requested ID. So where are your IDs? Where's your document ID and where's your ID that you're passing for Twitter?
So this is where we should be adding
the user IDs right there.
Let me see if there's update document anywhere else.
Is it because it's that parse JWT? Is that the right thing to use there?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, console log that.
Console log which part?
Well, the parsed JWT.user ID. Does that exist? What is that?
Yes. So that's this parse JWT. So that's what we're console logging.
Okay.
However, we could go up a little higher and see if the request is even coming in. This is why I wish I could debug this because
we're not coding a website. This is a cover photo that dynamically generates things on Twitter. So like you can add an emoji to a cover photo on Twitter right now. We're just trying to get the back end part of it to work. I feel like a website would be, well, I guess it wouldn't be any easier because you're still dealing with authentication and that's the issues we're running into.
I'm going to log out once more because I feel like at one point I had on login an event trigger that added this, and maybe that's what we're missing. Let me go into our AppWrite JSON once. That might be an issue too. I'm going to try it one more time and see what happens.
That's something that I couldn't understand with AppWrite either, is like where this AppWrite JSON config is like pulling things from.
Yeah, so the app.json is essentially just for like the CLI, and it basically just pulls in what is in your project. And I don't think like
Well, does that match up to what's in our project?
Well, definitely not now because this is our old one.
Yeah, that's why.
But I could add the CLI and try it. I think I took the
So
CLI.
it's only for the CLI. It matters not for what we're doing.
Exactly. Yep. So if you wanted to say let's move this project to like a public one, we would be able to do that just by adding CLI and then add all of these things, and it would add them automatically.
Okay.
So it's a way to automate the creation. Like you could do these all by yourself. Like you could add all of this stuff by yourself. It's just a little daunting to do it that way, at least the first time. The console makes it a lot easier. Okay, so I'll work on this offline and try to figure it out. I at least wanted to show you kind of the idea as we keep going forward to build out this like real-time banner and stuff like that. So if we want, like I'll fix this up and make sure we have the flow down, but I think it would be cool to start talking about how we move that over to Svelte. Or sorry, Remix. We want to do Remix.
I don't care what we move it over to. I think you need to get it working before we move it to anything. Write some docs after you get it working.
You're not kidding.
Right? Like, yeah, you need to be documenting, I guess, how you got all of this set up, because
it took too long.
If we move it to another framework, it's just going to be all of this all over again.
I completely agree. And it could be, the code could be cleaned up 1,000% because it's pretty messy. So
yeah. MVP.
Yeah.
Minimum viable product.
Definitely
just get it.
Minimum.
Just get it working.
AppWrite will have integrations for different frameworks. So there's SDKs for all kinds of frameworks. I'm not sure if you mean JavaScript ones specifically. So I could show you that. There's also on our GitHub repo, you can find all the SDKs as well.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, Brittany just showed me this little octopus thing. I have to show you guys.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was called octopus, but it's Gitako. Gitako.
I think it's like, I think it's Japanese.
Gitako.
I'm really excited about it though.
Gitako.
You can see the full folder list in here. Boop, boop, boop. That's awesome.
Gitako GitHub file tree. I really like that one too. I was using Octotree for a while on my Windows computer, but I really kind of just want to get Gitako. But it's a Chrome one. That's why I'm using.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I use Octotree in Firefox, but in Chrome, I should be using Gitako because it's way cooler.
Yeah, so I think what Anthony's getting at here, if you notice, Anthony, in all of those examples, it's basically just using our JavaScript SDK. So it's not like customized per framework, right? There are other like Flutter and iOS and Android and like our AppWrite server stuff. You have Python and Ruby and Dino and Dart, like all of these different languages you can go with, and their SDKs. There's a ton of them. Like here's all the different SDKs.
This is going to be my perfect pick tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be. Good call. Who will we chat with tomorrow?
I don't know. I never know what's going on.
Probably don't have our outline done by the sound of things. Oh yeah, Svelte stuff tomorrow.
Oh, Josephine is coming.
Yeah, you need to do that outline. I can't do that outline.
Svelte accessibility and DX. Wow. How did I not know this was coming? I do need to do that outline.
That's all you. I'm leaving it for you.
Okay.
I'll put my perfect pick in. That's it. All right, we're kind of wandering off because we're coming up on 90 minutes. I think we hit a decent wall here. So I don't know, friends, unless you have some cat jokes or something. Did you see my cat joke in the newsletter this time?
I didn't read to the bottom. I haven't read the newsletter yet. I just went in there and added my stuff.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you it this time.
I will read it later when I look at my email, which I really need to check my emails. They're getting out of control this week.
For those who aren't signed up to codingtreats.com or on the top of Coding Cat's Twitter profile, click newsletter. The cat joke of the week is, did you see the feline stand-up comic? They were hysterical. Yes. Come on. Womp womp. Dang.
It's like, I'm trying so hard. House of the Dragon. That's the name of it.
Oh, Anthony, where'd you get this? Is that on our Coding Cat devs? Going through that way? I really need to know. This is why I say
the newsletter. I got the information you're about to submit is not secure.
Oh no. Oh, it's just autofill, right? I don't know why it's not secure though.
It's on HTTPS, right?
Oh. I don't know why it's saying that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
That's weird.
I think it's actually on this side that it's a problem. That is weird. Normally you would sign up like here. So why doesn't it like... Oh, they must have changed their URL since I put that in. Awesome. Well, that does make sense. Thank you. Basically, what I was doing with that was just forwarding over to their form and review, and then it would pass it in. So, makes sense.
Is it good now?
No, I'll have to update the website on our side, I think.
I hate these things so much.
I do too.
It keeps giving you more.
That's the only chimney, and it's not even called a chimney, but oh my god.
This is your fourth one. You're just not getting them right.
Crosswalk, 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 right? Am I crazy?
Oh,
now it's leaving me there, and I got to do more.
Oh my god.
Crosswalk. I think I'm doing all their like ML AI training at this point.
What is happening? That was the worst one I've ever seen.
I think I forgot to click verify. I would have done it quicker. Obviously, robot. So the weird thing is, I think when I go to got it, does it take me there? Huh. I will definitely look at that. Thank you, Anthony. It definitely is easier if you are interested in the newsletter. If you go to twitter.com/codingcatdev, it is right at the top. I think only if you're logged in, though. That's the fun part. If you're logged in, it's right here. Boop. Interesting. Via Twitter profile. Okay, I really have completely lost it at this point. I'm gonna go grab a drink of water, and I'll fix our problem on this. But do you think this is good? I'm kind of curious. Everybody out there in the chat, do you think the DevRel social is a good idea for us to live code each week? We'll probably do AppWrite as the back end, and we'll do all kinds of fun stuff. Like we'll have functions that automatically reply when you put like cat. We'll reply with a tweet that says meow or something.
That would be cute.
I don't know.
You had so much fun. I'm glad you had so much fun.
More fun.
More fun, please.
Okay, I'll call it. Should we play out the end reel?
Yes, I need music.
I feel like we need a new one. Why don't you make the next one? All right. See ya. Bye. Happy end of the week. See ya.